Ready to rock? Everybody hear us okay? Right on. Well, so this is day two of our Five Oceans International clinics here. Just want to take, about 30 minutes and kind of run through our brands here. And then just kind of like get everybody up to speed. So when we come out on the other side of this thing, everybody's just ready to rock. So we're just going to dive right into it. We're going to start with Simms. We'll kind of move over to Troutler, Winston, Bauer, and Nautilus. So we'll be covering pretty much all of our brands today with the exception of Solitude. So first and foremost with Simms, as far as spring 20 goes, last fall in October, we launched a new line of G4. So a new G4Z, G4 Pro, G4 Jacket, and a new G4 boot. And a new line of Dry Creek Z packs that utilizes a new TrueZip zipper technology that we have the exclusive rights to. So those are kind of the main things as far as Simms goes. So kind of starting with our G4 waders here, we put over 16,000 hours of testing on these new G4s. We have 5 patents. We had, over 46 different prototypes before we figured out exactly what we wanted to put to market with the new G4. So one of our patents that we have, kind of starting with the bottom of this wader, is our new compression molded booty system. As you can see, we have a 4mm neoprene around the booty. We have a 6mm compressed neoprene across the bridge of the foot to help kind of prevent lace bite. And then an 8mm accordion style neoprene around the ankle. We actually have a cutout of the booty right here. So when you flip this inside out, it really gives you a good idea for what this compression molded neoprene looks like. Basically, whenever you put your boot on, this compression molded neoprene is going to compress more like an accordion style. So you don't really have those fold over rub points that you can really have whenever you put your booties on over or inside a pair of boots. We also have a nice compression molded neoprene there around the ankle as well. So just overall, really comfortable and just pretty much better than everything else that's out there in the market right now. So kind of moving up the wader here, on the previous G4, we had a 5-layer lower. For this new G4, we're going to utilize a 4-layer lower and a 3-layer upper. So kind of a similar construction that we have to the G3, but some major modifications to the previous G4. On this new 4-layer lower, we're utilizing a new ultra-dense microfiber face fabric. Each fiber that we use to stitch this face fabric is 200 times finer than a piece of hair. So if you think about it, super fine, you can achieve a really tight weave. Compared to the G3, this is about 68% more abrasion resistant and about 70% more puncture resistant. So a lot more breathable than the previous G4. This kind of makes this wader line into more of a four-season wader instead of the previous G4, which was more of a fall, winter, and a spring. So this 4-layer is going to come up the top of the leg, wrap around the top of the butt, like the previous G4. But we added a new belt loop system here. Self-fabric belt loops, a lot more durable, a lot cleaner than the previous bonded belt loops that we used previously. These have a higher breaking strength, so they're a heck of a lot more durable. They're a lot cleaner. That's kind of a sleek look to the wader. Obviously, the main differences between the Z and the Pro is the Z. We're still going to utilize that YKK Aquaseal zipper, and then just a really clean pocketing design across the chest. So 2-inch stretch woven belt, hand warmer pockets on the side, 2 Napoleon pockets on the chest, and then a really clean suspender system. We got rid of this triangle piece in the back, susceptible to breaking sometimes. So we wanted to go to a super clean, really comfortable suspender system, very bib-like, that we use on our Pro Dry, Challenger bibs and whatnot. And then our shark fin buckle. You guys might have noticed this little hemostat clip, but also acts as like a nice little wader extender. So it comes on the G4, but it will fit everything from the spring 2018 wader line on. So Freestone, G3, G4. And it's got a nice little TPU molded piece right here, hence the shark fin. Then we kind of go over to our G4 Pro jacket. G4 Pro jacket is made of our lightest, most durable face fabrics as well as Gore-Tex. It is super clean, no bellowing on the front, so very low line catch. Same thing with the sleeving. So kind of starting from the bottom of the jacket here and starting from the sleeves, we've got a nice, what we call a shingle cuff, which is basically this exterior face fabric folding down over top of a nice Velcro cuff here. So you get a really nice tight sleeve fit around your wrist. And then you've got this shingle cuff folding down over top. So if you're fishing two-handers in Alaska, Pacific Northwest, you don't have to worry about fishing a two-hander and shooting your line and having it caught up on your jacket here. Two really nice big pockets here on the chest. If I reach in here, I'm going all the way up to the neckline here. So it's a really deep pocket that comes all the way down here. As you can see, we have drain holes on the front in case you wade a little deep. Same thing on both sides, 2 Napoleon zipper pockets across the chest, and then a nice little tool port here on the left-hand side, flies, retractor port, hemostats, etc. I think the best feature on this jacket is the ability to, from your side pocket here, your hand lumber pocket, to access the front of the jacket, but also reach through to access the back of the jacket here. So you reach through these back panels, you have really nice storage here in the back for sandwiches, fly boxes, beers, most important things on the river that you need. These also have drain holes in case you wade a little deep. And then kind of working our way up to the very top, we've got this locator feature on the top. This is, again, for if you're fishing Alaska, Pacific Northwest, BC, your heli, your plane, your jet boat, your guide. We actually had a guy tell us that he almost got hit by a jet boat, and he wanted to buy this jacket for that reason, so that people could see him on the river in very low light and very low visibility. So G4 Pro jacket, it's $650, but just think about the customer that you might have. I would imagine every single fly shop, especially in our territory and in the Pacific Northwest, has a customer for this jacket who does a lot of destination fishing, who can afford something that's in this price range. And then our G4 boot. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to kind of play around with this a little bit. First and foremost, kind of starting from the very bottom, we have a little bit of a flared sole here, so it gives you some more stability on the river bottom, and threaded receptacles that are in all 4 quadrants of the boot. So up in front and then 2 in the back. These are actually molded into the TPU retention plate in the bottom of the boot. So you do not have to worry about them pulling out. These come with a set screw that you can see right in there. And that basically protects the integrity of that threaded receptacle there. And easily removed with an Allen wrench key that comes with your hard bite and your carbide start plates. So basically all you do, take this Allen wrench key, remove that threaded receptacle, keep them, and you could even just put them right back in the stud pack, and then take your cleat and your screw and put it right back in its place. We recommend maybe a little bit of blue Loctite just to kind of hold it in place there. I think it's a highly water resistant Loctite. So just to make sure that that screw doesn't come out in that threaded receptacle. As far as the upper goes, we're utilizing a lot of scratched rubber, TPU and ballistic nylon on the back side, so a really durable fabric package. And then we've got a really nice durable loop system here for your lace loops. Speed locks on the side here. So as soon as you lace the bottom of the boot, you can lock the laces off and they are tight. They're not going to slide, they're not going to move, and then you can focus on getting the boot nice and tight. So really urge your customers to get the bottom of this boot nice and tight, lock it off, and then work on the upper. Utilizing what's called a 3D sprung tongue on the interior here. And this is just going to provide a really clean fit along the front of the ankle and the shin package. Pairs really well with our G4 wader. And this is just for comfort. So you really get a nice fold over, a really clean fit from that tongue into the heel part of this boot so that you have a lot less rub areas. And then a nice TPU molded heel cup. So that's just going to be for stability and durability on the river. So $299 for this boot. And let's move on to the Dry Creek. First and foremost, our Dry Creek Z-Line. We're going to utilize really durable ripstop face fabrics. They're a lot lighter than our previous face fabrics. First and foremost on these, the True Zip. Like I said earlier, we have the exclusive rights to this zipper technology for the next 3 years in the fishing biz. And this is basically just like a reverse Ziploc bag. The zipper is self-lubricating. It's also self-fixing. So we do a little demonstration here for how the zipper actually works. So we have one of our Dry Creek Z pouches here. And what you can do is actually blow the zipper out just like that. So you can see it's actually here, and just restart the zipper. And that's back to being 100% waterproof. So self-healing, self-lubricating zipper. That's a cool little test. Obviously not to do in the shop, but it's a cool little test that we're doing here to just kind of show you guys how the zipper will fix itself. So we're utilizing the zipper on the backpack, sling pack, hip pack, and the pouches. And kind of while we're talking about backpacks here, you can see this, all three of these packs rather, we're using pack inflators. It's a great way to give your pack some life. As you can see, this Dry Creek roll top, it doesn't. It just looks limp. Look into a pack inflator. It's what, 140 bucks from Uline. This is what it looks like. Here's how it works. We got 2 different sized plastic inflators here. And all you do is just plug it in. Comes with assorted sizes of bags that you can get. And when it's on, just fills up your pack. You can use these to stuff your packs. As soon as it cut, at least stuff the front one. And then when you need to reuse them, all you do is just stick the hose down inside and just press it flat. So you can put this in another bag, you can reuse it. You don't have to worry about throwing a bunch of plastic into your recycling. Another real good thing to have is a steamer. Always get your shirts out of the bags if possible. Get them up on the rack, get them clean, get all the sleeves pulled out. It's just a great way to make your product look better on the rack. And always have your hangers with a question mark. It just looks uniform, it's clean. Majority of people are right-handed, so it just makes everything easier. So that's it as far as Simms goes. If you guys have any questions, I should have mentioned in the very beginning, just type them in. We'll answer them at the end or shoot us an email.